Alrighty. Let's get the live pulled up, guys, over here on our laptop, and then we will get set up. I've already got the weight racked up. Starting a little later than I wanted to tonight, guys. I was trying to start around 8 o'clock, but then I found a dog. So, you know, that happens. That happens in my life sometimes. All right, come on now. Let's go. There it is. There it is. All right, we are all set up. What's up, Bryce? What's up, Saray? All right, got my live chat going. Let me set up our super chat goal for the night. Let me set up our super chat goal for the night. Boom. Super chat goals up. Where's my mic? I don't always wear a mic. Usually I don't, twins, actually. I've had the computer for a while, Marty. It's just I only use it at this gym because I have the space to do it. The other gyms, I don't really have the space to do it. It's good to hear that it's a false alarm, Max. I'm glad everybody's doing good. Yeah, that dog's been to my house twice. Now I know the owners. To some extent. They're in my neighborhood. So finding the owner wasn't a difficult process. It was more just walking him over there, and then they weren't home at the time, so I had to wait. But so I knew where they were. I just had to house the dog temporarily. So the dog hung out with me at the house for a little while, and then walked him over when they got home. So I recognized the dog pretty quickly. When I say I found a dog, I meant the dog was in my yard, not like I had never seen it before. So I'm doing well, Max. I'm doing well. It's a nice dog, though. I know that they, I think if I'm not mistaken, I know if I'm not mistaken, they are looking for a home for the dog, but I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure on that because they actually rescued the dog recently. So, like very recently. But I have too many pets. Between the chickens, the 2 dogs, the cats, the tortoise, the bearded dragon, my house is full with pets. So honestly, I probably could convince the wife, but I didn't make an attempt to convince her. So, Mark. All right. Yeah, we did at one point. Was it 10,000? I think it was 1,000. I think it was 1,000, wasn't it? I think it was 1,000 likes, and I was gonna adopt a dog. This is you guys' moment. Get me to 1,000 likes tonight, and I can adopt that my neighbor's rescue dog that keeps getting out. How about that? Brittany probably wouldn't be too happy with me on that one. That's a large goal as well. She set that, so when that goal went out originally, that was set arbitrarily high for a reason. She really didn't want me to succeed at that. So, because I think it was 500 for a cat and 2,000 for a dog is what she said. So. No, she absolutely doesn't want another pet. She absolutely doesn't want another pet. Most of our pets are pretty young, but we do have like our oldest pet is our golden. She's the one that hasn't been doing super well. She's still around, but she's not doing super well. She's in human years like 21 years old. She is ancient by dog standards. So it's one of the like you're good. Yeah, she's like 21 like human years old. She's a golden, Mark. And she was a rescue. We got her years and years and years ago, but she was a rescue. And we didn't think, our vet told us she wouldn't make it very long because she was so sick when we got her. And she made it like another decade on top of the years she already had. So. But we went and got her treated for all kinds of different problems. God, it's been probably 11 years since we got her. Yeah, she is elderly. All right. I don't know. That was the bar. It wasn't the machine. What's up, Martin? I like Chihuahuas. Chihuahuas are actually one of my favorite dogs. I'm a big fan of Chihuahuas. My childhood dog was a Chihuahua. So that was my first puppy that I was super attached to as a child, was a Chihuahua. But he is since he's no longer around, but he lived like 15, 17, very old for a Chihuahua. Very old for a Chihuahua. We enjoy our cats as well. Of course, we've got 3 cats. Well, kind of 3 cats. One of our cats refuses to come inside during any period of the year. They just love it outside. They come and they eat and they leave. The other 2 cats are indoors all the time. But I really enjoy my cats. My cats are top tier. Well, he won't come inside anymore. So the babies stress him out. So of course I have children. My younger children stress him out. He doesn't do well with small children. He's not like aggressive or anything, but he gets sick when he gets stressed. So he became an outdoor cat. Because of that, we started letting him in and out of the house. And then one day, he disappeared. So he used to come up, he would eat, he'd come back to the house periodically. His name is Ollie. He's still around, he's still our cat, he still comes home every night. But one day we let him out, and he didn't come back for like 6 months, like disappeared. I went looking for him, I couldn't find him. disappeared. I was like, man, I hope something didn't happen to him. Hopefully we'll see him again or whatever. We kept eyes out for him. Yeah, he wasn't an outdoor cat originally, but he became one that instant, I guess. But he was very stressed indoors. Our vet actually recommended we allow him to go in and out of the house and reduce his stress levels because he was getting sick. 6 months goes by, he disappears, right? Looking for him. One day during the winter when it starts to get cold, I guess when it started to get a little bit too frosty for him, he just pops up. 6 months later, I just opened the back door and here he is chilling on the back porch. And I was like, where have you been? I was like, what do you mean you've just been gone for 6 months? And just roll up. I was like, what is going on here? I was like, where did you go? But since then, he kind of stays within. My only thing, the only thing I can think of, because he stays around the house universally and beyond that one stretch of like half a year that he disappeared, is that someone brought him inside. Someone thought he was a stray. He had a collar at the time, if I'm not mistaken. He should have at least. But I think someone probably brought him indoors thinking he was a stray, and then he got back out, not wanting to be in the house, and he came back. I'm thinking someone probably picked him up thinking he was a stray and kept him indoors for 6 months, and he finally escaped. Not that they were doing it maliciously, I just think they were trying to help him out. That's the only thing I can think of that makes sense. Because he refuses to leave like the vicinity of the house now. Like he'll go to the neighbors' houses or whatever, because the lady across the street is super nice. She feeds him every now and again some treats. So he'll go over to her house and he'll stay by our house, but he won't go much further than that. So, and as soon as my car comes through the neighborhood, I see him peeling out across the yards. I don't recommend giving your cat any protein powder. Most cats become lactose intolerant because they don't take in milk after they're a kitten. All right. That's actually something I figured, I heard, I don't know how true it is. I haven't done a ton of research on it, but cats only stop drinking milk or become lactose intolerant because cats eventually can't stomach milk anymore, they get sick. It's because they become lactose intolerant very quickly after they stop taking in milk from their mother. But if they continuously drink milk, supposedly they can continue using it as a protein and carbohydrate source, but they have to have a regular source of it for after they wean. Which I don't know if that's really smart to keep a cat on milk anyways after the fact, but. We're doing small jumps all the way up tonight, Mark. Since we're not doing a lot of PR attempts right now, Mark, we're doing a few more singles in between. So. All right, let's grab this. Right. Potatoes, 4 hamburgers, and a can of salmon with some coffee. Sounds pretty solid. What did I eat today? Let's add some more weight, guys. I had a whole grain Dave's bagel with some cream cheese. I had And the bagel with cream cheese, I had a pound of yogurt, pound of Greek yogurt with that bagel. So far today I've had 2 pound, a pound and 3/4, 1 3/4 pound of Greek yogurt, 2 bagels, cream cheese of course, 3 eggs, probably about a gallon of whole milk approximately, give or take. Potatoes, steak, or beef, but it was like diced up steak. Cheese, mozzarella, and sharp cheddar, and then some other stuff I'm sure throughout the day. A peach and some other stuff. I don't remember everything. Coffee, of course. That's what I can remember. There's definitely been other stuff, but that's what I can remember offhand. So it wasn't. I do not, Daniel. That was a lot of protein, actually. Are you talking about me, Mark? Has a lot of protein, a lot of protein. Have you ever eaten almost 2 pounds of Greek yogurt? 2 pounds of Greek yogurt is a significant amount of protein. And it was about probably about 3, like a half pound of beef as well. Want to do some math real quick? Let's do some math real quick. All right, so we're gonna have we had about 6 servings of Greek yogurt times 16 grams of protein a serving. So just in Greek yogurt alone today, I've had almost 100 grams of protein. That doesn't include the 2 bagels, which are about 5 grams, 7 grams a piece, I think they're 7 grams a piece. The eggs, which is going to be another 21 grams. So we're going to say plus 14 plus 21. This will be 90 here, or 80 grams here. And then we had my beef, which is going to be about 50 grams, plus the cheese, which is going to be about 20 grams. So right now, not including potatoes because it's very negligible, we're at about 281 grams of protein, approximately. And that's not counting all the other milk I drank today. So we're probably at about 300 grams today, minimum. No, we just did the math. We're almost 300 grams today, and we're not even done yet. We're not even done yet. Just milk and yogurt alone, we're at 200 grams. Well, I finish it during the workout, Mark. I also have more yogurt to eat when I get home. All right. Food is pretty good price-wise in the South. Obviously, everything's higher than it used to be for everybody, but I weigh 177. Potato has protein, but it's a negligible amount. Per potato, you're getting like 4 to 5 grams, which is not. I mean, you can add it, but 100% it does, Michael Cooper. So there is some general consensus on like how much the average person can consume and process, but there are other factors like There's some genetic factors, but there's also how much of that you're using a day, so how active you are, does change how much protein you can actively use. And then also how much muscle mass you carry. So the difference between body mass and muscle mass is significant here. So depending on how much muscle mass you're carrying, you may be able to use more protein than someone that's carrying less muscle mass. So when they give you those measurements, like this is how much the average person can consume and use, like 1.8 per kilo, whatever it is, then whatever factorial you want to use for it, right? Gram per pound or whatever else. That's for the average human. Someone that works out regularly may need more. Like look at Eddie Hall, for example. 20,000 calories at one point. And I think we did the math that he had to have been taking in somewhere in the ballpark of like at a minimum 700 to 800 grams of protein. And no one's going to argue that he had the best of the best nutritionists and dietitians working with him, giving him that diet. 40 grams is a good round number, sure. 100%. Now, mind you, that's per meal as well. Per meal, some people eat meals as often as every 2 hours. I had someone trying to argue with me on it one time, trying to convince me that I shouldn't be taking any more than 20 grams of protein 4 times a day or something along those lines, like 80 grams total. So you don't need any more than that. Anything more is a waste. And I was like, there's no way 80 grams is the number you've landed on. And I don't remember where he cited his information from, but it was terrible. And I was like, you really need to not do that. It's like 80 grams isn't enough for me my breakfast, So, Michael, my nutritional stuff, anything when I talk about nutrition, I derive this not only from my personal experience, but I also did go to school for nutrition as well. I am certified in nutrition. Everybody has their own way of doing things though, Michael, 100%. But, muscle mass does directly correlate with how much protein you synthesize and use, so. A 6-day-a-week bench, Jay. I'm pretty sure, doesn't McDonald's actually have a school? What do they call it? There's an actual school that McDonald's sends people to. Is it Mc University? Is that what it's called? My meal timing is very odd for most people. I will say that. I like it. I feel best about my meal timing. I eat my last meal right before I walk into the gym, essentially. Or my last meal before the gym, and then I eat again after I leave. So. Yeah, that'll happen, Ben. If you're eating a lot of ice cream and cookies, you can expect to gain a lot of weight. Gaining it the right way that counts, Lift heavy objects, that's it, QSM. It depends on why you're fatigued, Jay. Generally, fatigue comes from either poor sleep cycles, poor sleep habits, or from poor nutritional habits. That's general fatigue comes from that. It could be a combination of both. You've got to figure out where you're having issues at. Yeah, 25 pounds is a lot to gain. Did he say a week or was it 2 weeks? Appreciate it, QSM. All right, so that's more weight, guys. Yeah, Jay, if you're interested in bench, I know you mentioned the bench earlier, if I'm not mistaken. You can take a look at my channel. I have a Coach Chris playlist for anybody that's looking for benching tips. What's going on now? Let's see. Yeah, yeah. Cool, cool.
Yeah. I don't know, it's just weird.
There's a lot of us out there. Probably, Mark. Probably would, yeah. All right, let's hit this. We've got 325, 335 on the bar. Let's hit it real quick, guys. All right, don't forget to hit like, guys. It helps a lot. Yep. I appreciate it, Jay. I appreciate it. Honestly, QSM, there's not really a. I'm always in a good mood. I'm always happy, Jay. QSM, it really depends on you what you would consider advanced, because not everybody has the same goals. If you want to know if your lifts would be considered advanced, the best way to do it, I would say, is to go. It's called. God, what's the website? Make sure you get the website right. There's a website that you can compare your lifts to other lifters, and I can't recall the name. I just said it yesterday. Strengthlevel.com. That's what it's called. Strengthlevel.com will let you know if you're where you fall. I don't know if that's the best way to regain your motivation, Ben. I'm gonna be honest. So a lot of people, motivation wanes in general, guys. Like, and I'm not saying this to say you shouldn't look for motivation, but motivation, if that's your way of staying in the gym, you're always gonna run into that problem. It's about being disciplined in those moments that you're not motivated more than anything. Because if you're constantly trying to find sources of motivation, you're always gonna be running a step behind. Discipline overshadows motivation every day of the week, because there's going to be days when you don't feel like it, but those days when you don't feel like it, if you make yourself do it anyways, you'll feel a lot better the next day, and then you get to use that as motivation. You know, it feeds itself. It's like a feedback loop. Results breed motivation. You know, motivation helps you develop discipline, and discipline helps you get results, and it feeds back into each other, right? So discipline to results, results to motivation, discipline to results, results to motivation, motivation to discipline. Like, it feeds back like a loop. So if one of those three items isn't there, that discipline, motivation, results loop, one of them is missing, you're gonna have problems keeping up, or you're always gonna be a step behind. It's just a ever running loop. What's up, Crinkle? Not curling it. We just got done curling it for reps, actually, but. I like my 6 day a week. I train 6 days a week, full body, heavy, but not everybody wants to do that. Not everybody wants to do that. The wrestling shoes are great for powerlifting as well. That's why I wear the wrestling shoes. I rest on Sundays, Wayne. I don't drink, Mark. We know this. I don't drink. I don't drink, and I don't go to casinos. I don't gamble. I don't gamble at all. Occasionally, when I've got like some change, I'll grab a scratch ticket. That's my gamble. Like I don't gamble. I don't gamble. Just slot machines next to all the retirees. Just. All right, let me grab a couple sips here, and then we're gonna hit the bench again. Yes, sir, Michael. Oh Lord, I'm gonna screenshot that message, Mark. I'm gonna screenshot that message. Make it my profile picture for the week. All right. All right, what do we have on here? I forget what I put on here. I don't know. We'll bench it. Let's go. All right. I think it's 340. It could be more though. We'll find out once I'm underneath it, I suppose, right? Did I put weight on both sides? I did. I probably did, right? We got 340 on here, I imagine. Hold on. Who wants to be my spotter? Who wants to be my spotter? Let's pick Daniel. You're my spotter. You're my spotter, Daniel. All right. Virtually, Daniel. You breed motivation in the chat for me there, Daniel. Send some words of motivation. I can't see them, but. Just sit up with it is what you got to do, right? You got to sit up with it. If you fail the bench, just re-rack and try again, right? Honestly, guys, if you're on a bench and you're not having a spotter, whether you're comfortable with the weight or not, the easiest thing to do is just dump the weight. It's gonna make a lot of noise, you might look silly, but just dump the weight. Don't try and wrench it back up, because then you're gonna end up with it on your neck. And you know how much harder it is to dump weight when you're rolling it across your neck? Really hard. Really hard. So, all right, let's add some more weight, guys. $35. We'll do that. Got 350 on here. 350. 350. God bless. You missed that. You missed that. We will do a 365 between now and competition at some point. This feels good one day, Mark. I will do it though. Usually once we hit PR, we usually stay around like 10 to 15 pounds short of that while we're training until we hit the next PR. So that's typical of my programming, but once in a while we'll play around with the higher stuff. It's not my fault you're always late for the stream, Mark. It's not my fault you're always late for the stream. I stream on a strict schedule where I show up exactly at the time I say I'm going to show up every night. And you showed up late, Mark.
Yo, have a good night.
Have a good one, boss. So I wasn't the problem. I'm just saying, I'm not the one showing up late, Mark. You know, be like that sometimes. All right, 350. We're gonna give it another 60 seconds, guys. 60 seconds, and then we're gonna hit this 350. Yeah, I heard about Hulk Hogan. That is awful. That is terrible to hear. Terrible to hear. Not what I was expecting. Not what I was expecting to hear. Honestly, it's one of those people that they just exist. You know, it feels like they've been around forever type deal. Always in the news, always doing something. They just feel like they're gonna be, you know, famous forever. So it's weird when you hear about that stuff. So, but God bless, you know. I believe they said heart attack. I think he had a heart attack. So, but I don't know 100%. Don't know 100%. But that's what I heard. That's what I saw in the article I read. But obviously, they could have. I don't trust the news. So. That's impressive for your mother, T-Dog. Yeah, here's the thing. Seeing him in like interviews or like seeing him on like TV, like separate of his persona, which was, you know, was something that you look at him and he didn't look unhealthy, especially for what you would imagine his diet and his supplementation was like earlier in his life when he was like actively, you know, on stage or in the ring, you know. So whatever he did, he was doing it the best possible way, I imagine. I want to say it's like close to 315 mark. It's like maybe like in powerlifting, I want to say it's like a little over 3. I'm not 100% on that though. On raw natural. I don't know tested or untested, and I don't know equipped. So. A little over 300. What do you mean? Like 315-ish, a little over 300. Is that amazing? All right, let's grab this. We got 350 on the bar. We're gonna hit this real quick, and then we're gonna something or another. Oh no, drop it. We'll figure it out. I said 300. Your ears weren't working right. You get your ears checked. What does it sound like? Californian. I can't do that. I don't even know what that would sound like. So out of all the places I've lived in my life, I've lived in the Midwest, Southeast, the Northeast, never lived in California. I avoided it altogether. In fact, I don't think I've ever stepped foot in California that I can remember. I've been to New York. I've been through New York. I've never stopped to do anything in New York. I've got some family in New York right now. But I've never been to New York personally. I've been there. I guess I've been in the state. But. I've lived a lot of places, Mark, so from time to time, my voice may seem like it changes over a little bit, but that's natural for me. I don't even notice it half the time, and it's not purposeful either. The longer I'm around people that are from like the Northeast, you'll hear a little bit of that accent come out, or you'll see here whenever I'm in the Midwest, it'll start to peak up a little bit. When I say I've lived places, extended periods of time, it's like I spent 9 years in Texas. I spent, I was born in the Northeast in Massachusetts, and then I've been in South Carolina pretty much my entire since there was like 13, 12, I've been in South Carolina. South Carolina is home for me. This is my home state. So. Yeah, at some point I'll probably end up going through California, and I'm sure I'll find some stuff to do there, but probably not anytime soon. I don't get to the West Coast very often. The only times I ever go to the West Coast is when I'm visiting my family that's a little bit northwest of there. So, and so the other part of that, if you guys have never been to the American South, there's a lot of accents out here. So some of these accents out here get very difficult to decipher. The closer you get to like the water and the more swampy areas, the more the accent gets a little bit harder to decipher if you're not from out here. It really does. Like even like my wife's side of the family, their accent's a lot thicker than mine, obviously, and then her grandparents even more so. And then some of the people that live out that way, where she was originally from, they have really thick accent. I'm not talking about just thick, like they say words and you can understand it if you are from the area. If you live in South Carolina, you'll generally get the gist of what they're saying. But coming from another state, it probably sounds like a different language. Because even me, there was a couple times when first meeting some of my wife's family that a couple of the things they'd say it so quick with a heavy accent that even I would have to like stop and rethink over the words that were just said. So. I weigh 177, Filippo? Yeah. I weigh 177. And yes, I'm lifting it. It's not gibberish, Daniel. So you have to learn the way they talk. It sounds 5 years I've been training. You have to learn how to listen to the way they talk, if that makes sense. But it's like learning any other language, really. You just have to know what to, how do I say it? They speak quickly. You conserve energy here in the South, right? So some words may not get included in the sentences that are unnecessary. And I do the same thing. You condense down your conversation, right? And then there's sayings that you may not understand, It's hard to explain. You have to experience it. But when I first started, I was benching 75 pounds. %, Nick, I believe it. There's no reason for that, Mark. All right, we're gonna hit this real quick for 1 or 2, 3 reps. I don't know, a few of them probably. Yeah, I'm natural. We got 315 on the bar right now. I'm gonna go ahead and lay down and hit this. I'll read the chat in a second, guys. I'm trying to keep up with the chat tonight, but I'm gonna read it in a second. All right, 315, just a few reps. I bumped the hook on that third one on the way down, not up. It's fine, I stabilized it. Nice controlled reps though. Those 315s felt really buttery. We're gonna do a few more of those, but appreciate it, Daniel. Oh. Maybe, Mark, we've never, I need to try that at some point, Mark. I thought about it, but I feel like I'm going to come into the chat and chat's going to be really upset that I stop at 315 instead of climbing that night. Nice. MMA, it's a fun sport to watch. I don't know if I'll ever compete in it, but it's fun to watch. It's a different world, right? So it would make a good YouTube short. So the 300, Eric. 300 is almost in everybody's progression up, right? So no one ever talks about 300, but a lot of people bench it. And it really, I'm gonna be honest, a lot of people sit around 295, 300 for an extended period of time. Someone's knocking on the glass. Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. Congrats, Johnny. All right, I'm back. The likes help a lot. They do. He was just here, Mark. He was just here. Just forgot his keys. This isn't no problem. 315. We just did it for 3. What's up, Tom? Well, that's a you problem, Mark. You need to work on that. All right? All right, let's hit this. We got 315 still on the bar. Go for some more reps, guys. Yes, every night, Daniel. Ugh. All right, 6 days a week. Hold on, guys, 1 second. We're gonna do a couple more reps with that, but probably another triple actually, now I'm thinking about it. I don't know yet. We'll talk about it in a second. I'm not gonna be doing any cable chest workout today, Johnny. I'm good. Appreciate it though. All right. We do dumbbells usually to hit delts. I'm okay though. I'm gonna skip on the cables probably on that. We haven't done any PR attempts recently, Tom. We talked about that a little last week. We're waiting until after competition. We only have like 20 more days ish, and then we'll be bulking and PRing again. "20-ish more days, and then we'll be bulking and PRing again. We just got to make it through competition. I've already been paid to go, guys. No, I'm okay, Johnny. I don't want to. I'm natural, Johnny. I'm gonna stay natural. It's the only way to be. It's the only way to be. Natural is the play. Natural is the play. To each their own, but natural is my gig. I'm 30 years old. All right, let's grab this. I imagine it would hurt, Mark, after the 3 bowls of cereal. Also, one of the biggest problems with those bowls of cereal, I'm gonna be honest, is probably the fact you put the milk in before the cereal. That's probably why your stomach hurts. That is most likely, actually. I would say I'm 98% sure on that. 31, I'll turn 31 this year. Yep. Okay. I didn't say TRT didn't work, Johnny. I said I don't want to take it. I was not debating on its efficacy as far as its ability to cause you to gain muscle and strength. I'm just saying that I prefer to do it naturally. You said slam the weights harder next time? I'll do that. I don't know. I think the heaviest I've ever played with on dumbbell, and I don't remember if it was incline, it was probably a slight incline, was like 125. I can't remember how those went though, to be honest. I don't know if they were a struggle. Probably not. Probably not. They were probably easy work. Well, the most we've done on live is 100 because we've only ever done them here, and it maxes out at 100 here. And we've done those for like sets of 7, multiple sets. So while I don't have video evidence at the moment, Mark, I feel like you're just gonna take me at my word until we have the opportunity. Next time I have the opportunity, we'll play with it. It'd be interesting to find out anyways. So. It's like the one thing I don't record, Mark, on a regular basis because I don't do them very often. I don't have, what else? Do I have, I probably do have a recording of it somewhere. I'll take a look. I don't imagine I forgot to record that, I'm gonna be honest. Johnny, I'm gonna say you have some weird comments. I'm not sure what you're trying to be all about, but it's not working, whatever vibe you're trying to give off. I weigh 177 currently, bluegrass. Well, so Mark didn't leave me with a lot of options for what to call him, to be honest. All right. His name only leaves me with really one option. They do test in powerlifting, Johnny, actually. So I am part of a tested federation, but that's not the reason why I decided to be natural. I decided to be natural and then joined a tested federation. I had the option to go with an untested federation. I chose to stay natural. That was my choice. That was a choice I made. All right, we got a set of 7. We're doing a lot of drop sets the next few weeks, guys. We did go to 350 tonight, so we'll go 225 for a quick drop set of 7. Maybe some pauses. We'll do like some pauses in there somewhere. We did 275 as a drop set last night, so we'll do 225 with some pauses. What is Mobile Legends? I don't know what Mobile Legends is. This a game I'm not aware of? I play some video games. Are we talking about video games? I play some video games. Mafia Boss 10,000. I don't know what we're talking about. Ranked in what? We're talking about video games? I don't know what game we're talking about. I can't tell. I don't play Mobile Legends or whatever. I play some video games. I don't play games very often anymore, guys. I play a little bit here and there. I don't know. I haven't looked in a little while, Bluegrass. I can find out. I'll post it in my Discord or something. I'll look it up later. In my federation, I'm trying to remember what it was last time. See if I've got a picture of it. At some point, I think I took a screenshot of it. I know one federation, I currently hold the state bench record in bench only, and I hold the deadlift record in push-pull. But that is the AAPF. As far as U.S. powerlifting, I don't hold any records in U.S. powerlifting yet. We're working on it, guys. But I'll have to pull it up later. I don't know offhand. They change like weekly, so nothing crazy though. I'm not like in the top 10. We'll get there, guys. We'll be there. Don't worry. I don't. 315, I don't know the exact amount of time it took me to get there. I know that obviously I'm at 365 now, and it's been 5 years. So from 75 to 365 in 5 years. Yeah, I guess a little bit, Michael. I just show up, Daniel, and stream. I don't really have a goal. I just turn the camera on and lift things, and if people want to watch, that's awesome. It is generally, yeah, piss tests is generally how they do it. All right, let's de-rack this bench though, guys, and let's get to hitting some curls. Yeah, I don't have like a game plan of life ever, usually. I kind of just do things and see if it sticks. Like, I generally don't have a plan for most things I do, even day to day. Even day to day. All right, we're gonna do some curls, guys. Do some curls. What's going on in the chat? Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, Lion. I just keep doing the same thing. Oh yeah, you're good. I just keep doing the same thing I'm doing now, generally. So that is. I can't give you nutritional advice, Mark. I can tell you right now at 177, I'm taking in 300 grams of protein a day. I can't give nutritional advice over the stream just because I don't know your activity level and general health markers and things like that. So it'd be difficult for me to give you any real advice over the stream. But me personally, I'm taking 300 grams of protein a day. That's my personal intake. My cholesterol is great, Johnny. Cholesterol is great. All right, let me slap some weight on this bar real quick, guys. We're gonna do some curls. Do some curls. I'm doing well, Johnny. I cannot do that, Mark, actually. I have a feeling that we would lose. I would lose my entire channel right there. Everybody would leave. Whole channel disappears overnight. We're not going to turn this into an ASMR channel. I did do a video one day where we did gym ASMR, where I tapped weights and whatnot. It was a fun time. Are we still talking about Johnny? Johnny's just a hater. He's projecting. He's upset for some reason. I don't even know why he's upset. He must have missed a PR or something this week and it got him all hot and bothered, and now he's up in here. That's all it is. I wish him the best. Hopefully he finds his way. Hopefully he finds his way. I hadn't said anything to him. He's just being a hater. I don't know. I don't even know who the guy is. He thinks he's special. It was crazy though. He thinks he's special. "5'1", just built like that, right? Oh, you should go talk to him some more, Johnny. Because coming in here and hating ain't doing you no good. All right, man. Hey, I appreciate it. I appreciate the gift. Thank you much. Thank you much. It's awesome. Michelle Padillo. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. We got a plate. Let's hit it for 7. Yep. We just got done benching, Ralph. I watch a little. I watch a little bit. I watch a little bit. I don't have a lot of time to watch TV, I'm gonna be honest. All right, we grab some more weight, guys. We're gonna add another 10 pounds to this bar. Fitness coach, Bluegrass fitness coach. I am a strength coach primarily. I'm pretty lean, Johnny. Pretty lean. 5'11", 177. I have a fitness shoot if you want to take a look at it, Johnny. I have a fitness shoot. I lean up against a wall. I'm not looking to do strict curls today, Johnny. I mean, they were pretty strict, even standing straight up without a wall. So we're gonna add some weight though. This is pretty light. We were warming up. Johnny, I'm not looking for your advice. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not really interested in it. I appreciate it though. I'll let you know. I'll let you know if I decide I want your advice. I promise. I don't know. I don't even know who Johnny is. Once in a while, we get a hater that just pops up out of nowhere. I think he wants people to look at him and want him to want them to, I don't know, be impressed by him. I'm not sure what his goal is here. So, you have your own channel. Like everybody that has YouTube has their own channel. You can post your own stuff, Johnny. So I'm sure you know you have a camera on your phone or something. All right, let's hit it. Everywhere you're worried about my reps, so they're not doing their own reps. You're worried about my reps, maybe you don't do your own reps. Yes, I have a family. I added 5s for a total of 10 on top of the 90 that we already had on here, plus the bar, which is around 20. So, I don't know, like 135-ish. I don't know what this is right now. Somewhere in that ballpark, I imagine. I think someone told me this bar is 25, but there's no markings on it. So, I prefer not to, Johnny. Usually only wear a belt when I'm deadlifting or squatting. Deadlifting or squatting. So, I try not to wear a belt or any equipment unless I'm closing in on PR levels. So I won't belt up for deadlift until I hit about 400, 405. My PR is 490, but I've done up to 420 beltless. So. Only wear a belt for a job interview. Olympic trials? Sure, Bluegrass. I'm not sure. I just like lifting things, guys. I lift things because I like lifting them. It's the whole reason I do this. It's fun for me. It's fun for me. So, all right, let me grab some more weight. Yep. Lifting's the way to go. Lifting's the way to go in life. Lifting's good for your mental health, your physical health. It's good for all of it. I'm gonna show up. They're probably not gonna let me in, Nick. I'm just gonna show up. Start picking things up and be like, guys, I'm supposed to be here, I promise. My luck, I'll show up and they're like, hey, we need another person for like the pole vault. I'm like, yeah, that's not in my wheelhouse. Not in my wheelhouse. I was going to answer one of the questions that popped up. Hold on. One of the questions. Peanut butter. So peanut butter during a clean bulking period, I don't recommend it as a regular item. If you have no other options and you need to make up the calories, you can use peanut butter. But peanut butter has a lot of fat, right? So you're not getting as much protein for the calories when you're doing a clean bulk. But it also depends on what you qualify as a clean bulk. If you don't care about the extra fat calories, it's not a big deal, right? I would recommend going with a very clean peanut butter. Look for something that's mostly just peanuts and salt, or less salt if you don't want salt, if you want to keep your sodium low. But try to find one that doesn't have a bunch of vegetable oil in it, and that way you at least know the fats you're getting are from the peanuts themselves and not from added oils, which generally are gonna break your clean bulking, right? Or it's not gonna be considered clean as a food item. I don't think it was yours. And yeah, we'll definitely hit that, Michael. We'll definitely hit that. Yeah, Mark, I don't think it was your question I was planning on answering. In fact, I kind of like read it and it was like, yeah, that makes sense for Mark. And then I kept going. Salt is good in general. Now, not all salts are created equal, sure, but I like the pink Himalayan salt. I've done sea salt. I do regular table salt. Salt is one of those things that people undervalue. I wouldn't take in too much, obviously, but salt is definitely undervalued. You need it to balance out your hydration. I lift 6 days a week. Don't spread that misinformation here, Mark. I don't recommend snorting salt. I imagine that doesn't feel good and is probably not good for you. It sounds like a terrible life choice. Red pepper, on the other hand, just a handful of cayenne. What's up, Marcos? The heaviest we've ever straight bar curled, not strict, was 165. Have a good one, boss. Generally at night. Not always, but almost always. I don't use smelling salts. I'm not a big fan of smelling salts. I don't have a problem with them. I get the concept of them. I understand what they do, and they're not really super dangerous for you or anything like that. They can cause some inflammation of the nostrils and stuff and headaches, but nothing that I've ever seen correlates like with a direct issue with smelling salts, like actual health effects long term. I don't have a problem with smelling salts personally, but I do think there's something that people overuse. If you're doing normal training in the gym, if you're doing like rep weight, like, you know, something you do for 7 to 15 reps or something like that, there's no reason for your warm-up set you should be like, you know, shoving an entire smelling salt bottle into your nostril. Like, save it for the moments when you need it. It hits more, you know? I don't feel like I ever I don't feel like I ever overtrain. Yeah, no, I'm okay. We're not going to do that. I'm not really interested. I see the comments, trust me. I see them. I'm good. Trust me, I read them. Always work out to slight discomfort, never to failure. We only win here. We don't train to be failures. All right. All right. Triceps, shoulders. Shoulders next. Shoulder press. Shoulder press. I do full body 6 days a week, JJ. I do full body 6 days a week. You want we did dumbbells yesterday, Mark. Once again, you were late. We already did dumbbells. We did dumbbells yesterday. We're doing barbell today. Yes, 100%. I 100% did dumbbells yesterday. We did, I think, up to 90 yesterday, 90s. Well, today's barbell day, Mark. You missed it. No, Daniel. All right, let's hit this. We're going to do barbell. We'll do dumbbells again tomorrow. Tomorrow is literally another dumbbell shoulder day. So we alternate. We know this. We alternate. We know this. I don't know about your. Maybe. Should I know your cousin Jay? I'm not sure. I know a lot of people named Jay. I know a lot of Jays actually. We literally did them yesterday, Mark. Yesterday. And I'm pretty sure I took one of your requests literally this week. Earlier this week. I'm almost sure I took one of your requests. All right. All right, let's hit this. 135 for 7. So just Mark's deadlift PR for 7 real quick, overhead press. And then we'll climb it up. We'll climb it up from there, guys. We have tested that, Mark. 600-pound rack puller right here. I think that's the most I've pulled so far, 600 off the rack. This was the rack I did that on, actually. So, much better adjustments-wise. That was just because that rack only went that low. When I did the rack pulls here, I think it was like here or here.
So it's like knee height, less than knee height. I sent you the video. For me, low or high weight, low reps. Anything more than 7 is cardio. Anything more than 7 is cardio. Y'all saw what Mark said though, right? He said if I hit this for 7 reps, if I hit this 155 for 7 reps, he's gonna run a marathon tomorrow and record it. So you guys just remember what he said. Make sure he lives up to it. He said if I do 7 reps at 155, that he's gonna run a marathon tomorrow. By himself. He's not even gonna bring anybody with him. All right. Yep. All right, Mark, that seals it. That seals it. Yeah, Mark, get your running shoes ready. Get your running shoes ready, Mark. What's up, Jim Moore? Can't play music. We'll get flagged again. We're doing 3 sets of 7 tonight on this, Michael. 3 sets of 7 is the plan tonight. A lot of reps tonight. A lot of reps tonight. RIP though. RIP though. It's unfortunate. We've had a lot of crazy celebrity passings this week. So I did. What clip are you talking about, Mark? I sent y'all the clip. A lot, Eric. I have no idea how many. I don't want to make any call outs on who's next, Daniel. That seems morbid. And not only does it seem morbid, but I'd hate if it came true. Not typically, Johnny. I've done them in the past. I don't really like behind the neck. Hits the same general vicinity muscle groups, but with a lot more risk. I didn't post on YouTube. It's already on YouTube, Mark. All right, it's already been clipped. I threw it in the Discord for everybody, though. That is a Discord exclusive, to be fair. That is for you guys specifically for being in my Discord. So if you guys want to see the incident that I fell at the gym, you have to join the Discord. It's in there. That is a Discord exclusive. It is a Discord exclusive, Mark. It is. Just for you guys. All 40 of you. I think we have 40 people in the Discord now. It's pretty awesome. All right, one more set of 7 on this tonight, guys. Do another 20 pounds. Do another 20 pounds, another set of 7. Mark, I get flagged for enough stuff. I don't need to get flagged for that too, all right? I listen to a bit of everything, Daniel, a bit of everything. Can't listen to music on the or working out, though. Every time I have music on, we get flagged. Every time. So we're going to hit this for 7, guys, and then we're going to move on to some rows. So the plan is 7. The plan is 7. Let me specify. Because if I do 4 and reset, it'll be like, you only did 4. 7 is the plan. All right. It's 135, 45. Whoa. 55. It's 175. 175. Pretty sure. Yep. Yep. Ah. Yeah, I get flagged often. All right. Barbell rows is next, guys. Barbell rows. %, Mark, actually. 100%. Mark, essentially, so guys, essentially any of my lives you've seen that weren't in this gym through the last 3 weeks, which I've only been in this gym 3 times, I believe, in the last 3 weeks out of 18 lives, right? So 15 of my last 18 lives were flagged for music. But I refuse to stop doing the lives. So we're just going to have to deal with it. That's why things like the super chat and the direct donations and stuff with the Discord links and whatnot are super helpful. The super chats, the gifts and whatnot, that's where all my revenue comes from. That's what the channel thrives on. That's what the channel thrives on. This is my home gym. This is my home gym, not my home gym, but this is the gym I typically spend the most time at. Over the last couple of weeks, not as much, but this is also my sponsor gym. So this gym sponsors my meets. All right. Barbell rows. Never been to Harbor Fitness, no. This is actually the gym's merch. This is one of the training hoodies that they have here. They've got ones, I have one that's marked trainer on the back too. This is just one of the ones they sell. They've got a few different ones. I've got a couple of them that are the trainer version, and then this is the other one. But it's the gym's merch, this gym here. So I got a bunch of free merch from here. Whoa. See, barbells. I do. I have merch. If you go to my channel, I have merch. You can go to my channel. I have a merch store. There should be like a little shopping bag down here somewhere that you can go check out the merch as well. What is going on, Mark? What was said? Did I miss something? I must have missed it, Mark. Ugh. I must have missed it. I never said Mark's trainer. Never said Mark's trainer. Mark, I'm really thinking about this hearing aid you need to get. I said I don't even know when I said trainer. I have a trainer hoodie. I have one that's marked as trainer. Marked as trainer, Mark. Marked as a trainer. It says trainer across the back. That's what that means. Your name is Mark, not marked. I don't train anybody on stream, no. There was no apology. I refuse to apologize, Mark. I refuse to apologize. If you crank up that hearing aid a little bit. I thought you said you had headphones in, Mark. What is going on? All right, 225. Yep. Can I tell a joke? Give me a second. I don't do a lot of jokes, man. Do I have any jokes on hand? What's a pirate's favorite letter? What's a pirate's favorite letter, chat? Close. Close, not quite. His first love be the sea. Top tier, top tier. I thought it was funny. Doesn't matter if anybody else did. The egg, actually. I think they figured that out. I think they figured it out. B, you said BJJ for booty? It was a good shot, JJ. It was a good shot. What's up, Knight? What's up? B for booty was a good guess. R was a good guess, but his first love be the C, right? So. Speaking of which, no, I lost what I was going to say. Completely lost it, guys. Let's get this rep in. I can't remember what my other topic of conversation was going to be, guys. I got too lost in the joke. Too lost in the joke. This is 315. 315. We're doing lateral raises currently. Superset with curls and burpees with this on our back. I lift. I don't do jokes. I lift. I don't do jokes. Oh, I take a lot of creatine, about 15 grams a day. All right. Multitask. We got triceps next. Triceps next, guys. We're just doing some heavy rows, guys. That was it. Oh. A pizza joke? Maybe, Nick. I don't know. No chalk for that. I don't need chalk for that. It's just 350. Ain't nothing too heavy. Where'd Mark go? He didn't even talk about my joke. Completely skipped on my joke. No, my shoulder's fine. Do I touch my shoulder a lot? I do touch my shoulder very often, actually. I don't know why. It's just something I do. I just keep my hands moving. That's all it is. Sometimes I clap. Mark hates when I clap. He's made that very known multiple times. Nope, no injuries, no big impingements, no pinches. All right, triceps, guys. Full stack. Full stack. Don't forget to like the video. All right. Full brick, every bit of 305. Let's hit it, guys. Let's hit it. Little camera adjustment. I weigh 177 currently. So, all right. Another set of 7. We're going to do 4 sets here tonight. It's a full brick, so we kind of got to do a few sets. Hey, I'm not interested. Can't really say it any other way. I've said it a couple times. Appreciate it. 5'11". 5'11". All right, 2 more sets here. 2 more sets here. Full brick. Hey, welcome all the way from Turkey. That's pretty cool. Welcome, welcome. Lift heavy object, Ren. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. All right, another set. Because I don't want to deja vu. It's not part of my program. Don't train to be a failure, only train to win, all right? Train to be a winner, not a failure. I haven't watched a Super Bowl in a long time. I don't watch the NFL at this point. If you have, the NFL is scripted. I'm sorry, guys. Sorry to tell you, it's got to be. Like, it's got to be, right? Ain't no way at this point. Ain't no way. I think that the plays, the like plays are like normal, right? But the endings are scripted. Like the winner losers are scripted. Who's going to the Super Bowl is predetermined. Favorite fruit? It's a good question, right? Grapes. I like grapes. Grapes and peaches. Peaches, I would say, are real close, though. But grapes are top tier. Delicious. Peaches are great. Pears. I don't have a favorite fruit, really. I can say that grapes are definitely like closely tied with peaches, I guess, if I had to pick. But one more set here. One more set here. Mangoes are delicious. Berries are delicious. My issue with berries is I never feel like there's enough in a package. Like one package is a serving of berries, in my opinion. Like one box is how much a serving of berries is. That's the whole brick. It doesn't go any higher than that. Pineapple is top tier. Mangoes are top tier. I can't think of any fruit I don't really like. I can't think of a fruit that I'm like, that's terrible. One fruit that's okay that I don't dislike, but I wouldn't actively go purchase it is grapefruit. Like, I'm not a big grapefruit person. It's not bad. I'll eat it if it's there, but I'm never going to actively seek out a grapefruit. You know what? Favorite fruit? Lemons. I love lemons. Lemons are delicious. I have, Eric. I need to get one. I've done a lot of powerlifting meets, right? I have one on the 16th of August, actually. I've got several first place finishes in powerlifting already. A fruit tier list? I've never done a tier list. That's not really what I'm about. We'll talk about it though. Maybe we'll do a fruit tier list. Powerlifter ranks fruit. You guys think that'll be a popular video? You guys think that'll be a popular video? We'll go. I'll do that one for the giggles, maybe. A fruit and a protein tier list. I want to do the food specifically, right? The food specifically. Because if I do meals, that's so subjective. Like, what if the meals I eat aren't the meals you eat? You know what I'm saying? All right, what do we got left, guys? Triceps, biceps, triceps, biceps, shoulders, chest, done. Back, done. We've got legs. We've got some type of legs today. I feel as though, because we did squats the last 2 days in a row, we should do some quad extensions, maybe some leg extensions, hit the quads pretty hard. What do y'all think? Forearms. I don't ever target forearms by themselves. I usually keep that as a compound movement. We do a full body every day. Yep, 6 days a week. All right. Yeah. What's up, Eric? All right, full brick for 3 sets of 7. Full brick for 3 sets of 7. I think I'm reading too much into your comment there, Eric. I don't train forearms at home either, no. Hey, what's up? When we working out? I was there yesterday. Couldn't find you. Where'd you go? Where you at, Singularity? I was there yesterday. 8 to 11 tomorrow. I'll be there. All right. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. This pad feels. There we go. Let's move it. Yeah. All right. 8:30 p.m. I'll be there. It's 12:30 for me right now. I've never seen Happy Gilmore, no. I've never seen the original. Are they making another one? I usually wake up kind of late, Daniel. Like 10:30, 11 is typical for me. I don't watch movies, guys. We've discussed this. We have discussed this at length. I don't watch movies. Name a movie. 98% of the time I haven't seen it. You guys go ahead, name a movie. Go for it. 98% of the time I haven't seen it. Movies or TV shows generally. Dora? No. You know, Borat was a good guess. I've seen part of it. Never seen Wolf of Wall Street. I've never watched A Christmas Story. No Event Horizon. No Bruno. Nope. All no's. All no's. I'm about to blow all of your minds. Well, Winnie the Pooh, I guess I've seen a couple episodes, yeah. I'm about to blow all of your minds. Are you ready for this? Never seen Goodfellas. Scary Movie. I've seen one or two of them. I don't know which ones they were. Here, I'm gonna name a movie, guys, and I want you to understand that this movie is the one I go to. No, I've never seen that. So this is a go-to. This is to show you guys how little I watch movies. This is a standard for almost everybody that's ever lived since it came out. I've never seen The Lion King. Never seen The Lion King. I have seen Finding Nemo. I've seen a portion of the Titanic. It was on TV. Let's get the weirdo out of chat real quick. Hold on. I don't know what Tin Cup is. I've never seen it. Never seen The Lion King. I've never seen Fight Club, Die Hard, Godfather. Those are the ones people always name. Jaws. Never seen any of those movies. Oh, please don't spam my chat. Why are we doing this? Some sleep. I don't know how much sleep. Never seen Scarface. We have The Fair Life tonight. Never seen I've seen one Star Wars. I've seen one of the more recent ones, the ones that people didn't like. I've never seen the original trilogy. No Terminator movies. I've never seen Air Bud. You know what? I own the movie Spaceballs. Never watched it. I think I've seen bits and pieces, like it was playing in the background at my home when I was growing up a few times. Just never watched it. I have seen Scooby-Doo. I've seen a lot of Scooby-Doo, all right? No, I haven't seen the Avengers movies. I think I may have seen like part of one of them, but I don't watch the Avengers. Seen some Tom and Jerry. Yeah, I've never seen the Avengers. Like I think I might have seen the first one at one point, maybe. I can't remember if I watched it or if it was just in passing. But no Winter Soldier, no Avengers, no. I've seen a couple of the Batman movies. Yeah. Nope, Daniel. You know what, Daniel? I have seen The Notebook. I have seen The Notebook. It's one of my wife's favorite movies. I've seen The Notebook. Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings are the exceptions. I do very much enjoy both of those series. Never seen American Pie. I was given one barbell as a child and locked in a room. That's what it was. Generally, that works pretty well that way, JJ. All right. Lord of the Rings is my favorite by far series of movies or movies in general. There's not a lot that comes before Lord of the Rings in my book. It's just top tier. Now, I don't place The Hobbit in my top 10 or any of the Hobbit series movies in my top 10. But the Lord of the Rings, the trilogy, is like 1, 2, and 3. So that being said, how you order them makes a difference, right? Because they're not, there's one that's better than the other two by a significant margin in my book, right? Return of the King, best Lord of the Rings movie, right? Closely followed by the Fellowship of the Ring and then the Two Towers, right? Fellowship is, no, you know what? I would say Two Towers and Fellowship. But Return of the King, by far the best of the three and one of my favorite movie by far. There's not really any other movie that comes close. So, yeah! Harry Potter's top tier, but not as good as Return of the King. The chickens are doing good. The chickens are doing good. The chickens are always doing well. Running Man, I think we discussed this the other night. I'll wear what I want. It's my stream. Yes, I take pre-workout. I take I change up my pre-workout almost twice a month, but 490 B-boy. The khakis are the best. So my general recommendation for lifting pants, guys, is always going to be khakis. Khakis are top tier lifting pants. Khakis and a polo, you're never going to go wrong. Set new PRs every single time. Ugh. Khakis and a polo, and if you can bring a tie just to round it all up. I went to go golfing. No, it's called Barbells. Barbells gym. That's what's on the. Almost. It's a little after 12:30 here. A little after 12:30 here. So we have options. We can do push-ups or we can do dips tonight. I'm thinking push-ups tonight as our calisthenic choice. What do you guys think? We've done all of our lifting for the night. We can do push-ups or push-ups or pull-ups or push-ups or dips. Lululemons or bust. I don't know that I've ever owned anything from Lululemon. Not really my type of clothing. I mean, I don't have a problem with their clothing. It's just, it's not really, do they sell men's clothing? Does Lululemon sell men's clothing? Is that a thing that they do? Do they sell khakis? Because if Lululemon's got some khakis, I could, someone send a link right now. We'll talk about it. Get me a Lululemon sponsorship. I need some Lululemon khaki pants. We're about to do some dips here in a second. I am going to take a short break before the dips, though, guys, because I'm going to use the restroom. So, I think I know that they sell men's clothing, but do they sell khaki pants? That's what really matters here. Khaki pants is what really matters. All right, we're going to have a short intermission, guys. Very short intermission. I will be back. Let's see. What's up? All right, we got dips, guys. We got dips. This is what we voted on, right? Dips. Dips was the play. Ghost? Where's the ghost? Throw hands with a ghost. All right, we got dips. We got dips. How's everybody feeling about dips? Dips is the play. Nice, nice. Walking. Zumba is a lot of cardio. Our dip belt is damaged, actually. Let me see. Maybe it's been replaced. Let me check real quick, guys. So this is what we have going on with the dip belt, right? So dip belt normally look like this, right? They have the leather, the little material here is all nice and smooth. Dip belts don't usually look like this on the part that holds it together. And it's on the weight side, which is also disconcerting. I wonder if it'll hold. $4.90, Sonny. We're about to do dips, Ghetto. We're talking about the dip belt right now. So I'm debating in my head whether or not I should use this dip belt. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? How much weight do you think this dip belt will hold at this point? Think it'll hold 2 plates, 3 plates? You said use it, Shortcuts and Nick? You guys said use it, don't worry about it? 3 plates? That's crazy. 3 plates, Nick. 3 plates. That's nutty. Daniel, you said 4 plates? 3 plates? 3 plates? It's crazy work. All right, we'll put 3 plates on it. Put 3 plates on it. We're also going to do a physique show with the dips like we normally do with our calisthenics. I'll be right back. 120 kg. I'll be right back. All right. One plate, 2 plate, 3 plate, 4. Yep, 5 plate, 6 plate, 7 plate more. All right. All right, we'll do 3 sets. We'll go 1 plate, then 2 plates, then 3 plates. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3, right? Do 3 plates total at the top end for 7. We're going to start with 1 and work up. We're going to start with 1 and work up. All right. I'm not going to get hurt. All right. 1 plate to kick off. 1 plate to kick off. Decent little warm up. We don't do 12 reps of anything, Ghetto. We don't do 12 reps of anything here. We're going to go 3 plates just because there's a tear in this belt. But we've done 5 plates on this belt before. Not while it was torn, I don't believe. So. We've done weighted pull-ups, yo, man. We did weighted pull-ups 2 weeks ago. I can't remember how much. We've done 5 plates. We've done 5 plates on it, which is 225. Is the most we've ever strapped on the dips, which is a solid dip, by the way. I appreciate it, Mark. I appreciate it. Because 12 reps is too many reps. That's called cardio. We don't do cardio on this stream. Everything we do is strength focus, Ghetto. Everything we do is strength focus. I'm a professional power lifter. I don't use my hands actually, Jay. I grip it with my my jaw. I bite the bar and then I just like do a pull up over the bar, just using my jaw, just my molars, just my molars. All right, guys, let's get this in. We're gonna do 2 more sets, really quick. One more set and then we're done for the night, guys. I'm gonna get strapped up and then we're gonna move straight into it. Then we're gonna move straight into it. And then I got to go. Then I got to go. All right, last set, guys. Let's hit it. It. 5 and 7, 3 more. Woo-wee! Because we can. All right, guys, that's the stream for the night. I gotta go. Appreciate y'all being here. It was a fun time. I will see you guys tomorrow around the same time, but I got to roll out. I stayed here a little later than I was supposed to. I got stuff to do tonight. Yeah, it's time to go, Mark. It's been 2 hours. Collagen's a great item. Yes. I get all my collagen from Whole Foods, but I got to head out, guys. I appreciate y'all being here. We'll be back on tomorrow. Don't forget to subscribe. Appreciate y'all.